Hi, I'm Duke Nukem, and you're watching GRTV.
So let's talk about StarCraft 2, returning to the classic RTS game. What were your, what's the concept? What did you want to do differently this time, and what did you want to return to?
Well, we definitely wanted to make sure that the multiplayer experience in terms of the pace and the feel of it, harkened to what everyone expects in terms of the original StarCraft, honor that legacy. But we want to, so we want to carry over some old units, but we also want to add some new units to each of the races, see how we can further evolve the races while maintaining the distinctness, also provide some features to the races that make them provide additional opportunities for different strategies. In terms of where we really wanted to change the experience is the way we deliver the single-player campaigns. We've got some ambitious goals in that regard. Unfortunately, nothing I can talk too much about because we're still working really hard on that. And also evolve the experience on the BattleNet service, take that to the next level using the functionality from Warcraft 3 as a baseline example of what we want to do and evolve it even further from there.
So speaking of the new units, and what units do you feel make the greatest change to the game as compared to StarCraft?
Well, there's a lot of examples in the game. One example is the Viking unit. Is that right, Bob? The Viking is the one that, yeah. So the Viking unit is a Terran unit that can transform from a ground unit to an air unit, so it provides some flexibility for the Terran. The Terran also have a unit called the Reaper. The Reaper has jump jets, so it's an infantry unit with jump jets that allows it to jump up and down terrain barriers like cliffs. On the Protoss side, there's a unit called the Stalker that has a short-range teleport, like a blink ability, that provides some additional opportunity for new strategies as well. There's the Roach on the Zerg side, so it's got it regenerates hit points very, very fast. So unless there's focused fire on it, it's very difficult to kill. So there's actually, if you take a look at the build on the show floor this week, there's a lot of stuff in there. All three races are playable, and a lot of different new ideas to provide new opportunities for varied strategies.
How are you addressing the competitive gamer side? I know StarCraft is still being played competitively, and how do you sort of add that into the philosophy of the game design?
Yeah, the esport community is really important to us, and when we created the original StarCraft, esport wasn't something that anyone even really thought about when developing a game, and we tried to contemplate it a little bit more with Warcraft 3, but I don't think we did as well as we could have. With StarCraft 2, it's something that we've contemplated from day one. So, in terms of the game balance, we've actually had events, esport events, where we had preliminary builds of StarCraft 2 available, and we had pro gamers play it and provide us their thoughts and feedback on the preliminary builds. So that's a really exciting luxury that we've got, where we've got contacts within the esport community where we can get preliminary feedback on early builds. And then we're also looking for functionality that we can incorporate into the game to better support esport through whether it's replays, better replay functionality, and tournaments and leagues. That's all sorts of stuff like that we want to better support to better accommodate esport.
Attention, Protoss. This is Admiral Gascaville of the Terran Dominion. You will withdraw immediately or be annihilated.
StarCraft is mentioned as perhaps the best RTS ever, and a real milestone and innovative game. How do you feel that StarCraft 2 is carrying on that, and what do you think will be the big thing that StarCraft 2 brings to the genre as a whole?
Wow, that's a tough question. I mean, when you look at any of our games, I don't feel like you can point to any one component of it that's like, this game brings this one component that really changes or evolves the genre or the game.
I think with StarCraft, it might have been the very different factions, the way they played very different.
Yeah, I think that's probably true for StarCraft, but you know, that was something that we felt was really unique and cool. But I don't know that we really thought that would be the one thing that stood out. And even if you look back at StarCraft, that's certainly a factor, but there's all sorts of other factors too. I mean, Battle.net was emerging as a big online community, and that played a big factor as well. So, you know, we've got ambitious goals as it relates to Battle.net, and really, you know, hopefully we can unite the StarCraft community on Battle.net, and my hope is that will be one of the things that people point to as what's really cool about it.